Hey True Believers, so today is a video that I've been wanting to make for about a year now, but I haven't been able to. I've basically been in the process of moving across the country, and so I've been sitting on this guy for about, I think, a year now, and I was basically just waiting for the right time to do it, and today is that day. Today we're going to be looking at and giving a little review of the Solo Chogokin, I think is how it's pronounced, Marveler from the Toei Spider-Man series. As I recall, this guy was part of an anniversary celebration for the Toei Spider-Man series that Bandai did. Basically, they did like a bunch of toys, like a little small line. I think it was like maybe 2 or 3 pieces.
Hey, editing me here real quick. So yes, there were 3 in this line that came out. The one I got here with the Marveler and the quote-unquote Spidey Morpher, and then there was sort of a variant of this where instead of the Morpher, it came with a statue sort of thing of Japanese Spider-Man, or Takuya, shouldn't call him Japanese, Toei Spider-Man. And then there was a single actual figure of Toei Spider-Man, an SHR Figure Arts thing. So it was 3.
There was an actual figure of Tetsuya, and then there was this, and I believe there was one other piece. But this is the one I really wanted. And the reason for that is the Spider Morpher is included in this bad boy. And so for me, that was a really big draw. I think I got this guy for like $200. I know because it was like an anniversary sort of celebration, as I recall, they were like a limited number. So now if you were able to find one of these guys, not sure how much they're going for.
Hey, me editing Spidey again. So yeah, they're going for about the same price as when I bought it. It's somewhere around from like about 150 to 200. There's a couple that I saw for maybe $300, but it's pretty much the exact same as when I bought it. So while it was limited, as far as I'm aware still, you can still get your hands on it for about the price I got it at anyways.
You know, when I was looking, they were anywhere from about 200 to I think $300. So yeah, kind of rare at this point. I've been really excited. It's literally still in the plastic wrap. So I'm get this plastic wrap off, and we'll move over to the old Spidey workbench, and we'll take a closer look at this guy. Alright, gotta get out of here without hitting my head some more.
Alright, here she is. Or he is. Nah. So taking a look at this box here. Kind of just see everything that's more or less, yeah, everything pretty much is included. Side here we got what I like to call the Spidey Morpher. And then back is everything we got. And it's got a ton of stuff. So like for what you were paying for this thing, you get your money's worth. It has a stand, it's got a mini Spider-Man, it's got his little car, and of course Leopardon. And then we have like I said, I like to call it the Spidey Morpher here, and it even opens up. So that's super freaking cool. Now it is all in Japanese, as this was only released in Japan. It's an import. So, I mean, yeah, you know, you have the Bandai logo down here. Marvel, it is officially licensed. Alright. Styrofoam. Ha ha. So there is Leopardon. Or I suppose maybe his name is the Marveler, isn't it? I don't know why. I just like calling him Leopardon. Alright, well there he is in all of his glory and in bits and pieces. Looks like one of these guys got rocked around a little bit. Oh yeah. Everything else. And here's everything else. I don't know if there's tape on this. Let me see if I can. There. Alright, we'll look at that in a minute. And then it looks like we got this. I'm not 100% sure what that is. I would imagine it's instructions, though. Alright. Here's a better look at everything on the inside. You have the shield. Looks like a couple different hands, a sword, the crown jewel, a little Spider-Mobile, a little tiny Spider-Man. I'm not even... Whoa! That's now gone. Oh, it looks like these are the stand pieces. And an even smaller car to go within the scale of this guy. Alright, let's start pulling stuff out. So I was just flipping through this guy, and it is not at all what I thought it was. It is a sort of little guide to the history of the Toei Spider-Man and things. You know, it's got the Marvel there. Spider-Mobile. I don't know. Oh, the GP7. There it is. Ah, that's right. And we got, of course, this is super cool. We might have to use like a translator on my phone to check it out. But then it's got like all, you know, the original toys that came out, which is super freaking cool. Got all, yeah, it's so cool. Stuff I can definitely not read, unfortunately for me. And then there's the assembly things, which I'm going to take a look at further detail off camera. I think I'll take a look at them. I'll put them together standing, and then I will transform them. Unfortunately, with these gloves on, it is very difficult to do anything. Oh my god! Batteries? It light... What? Oh, that got even cooler now. Can't wait to try that out. Alright. I'll put this away for now. We'll take a look at the big guy. Then I'll transform him, put him on the display. Then we'll take a look at the Spidey Morpher. Well, unfortunately, his head broke. Yeah, I was putting in this little launch piece. Where is it? I was putting this little launch piece into his head, and then I noticed after I got it in, his head was loose. I picked him up, and it just fell right on out. So, yeah, that's a real bummer. I think I have all the pieces, so I'm kind of hoping if I'm real careful, maybe I can glue it back together, at least enough to get it to work. I'm not too sure because of the bar here. I don't know, because it looks like it'll need to pivot along that bar, so I'll only be able to glue it to this one little section down in here, so I'm not sure. But unfortunately, I don't have any super glue right now. So, unfortunately, yeah, he's going to be headless for now. That sucks. But, because, he's really nice. Because he's, like, really nice quality. He's die cast. He's hefty. So, unfortunately, they just made that piece out of flimsy little plastic, and it's just too thin, man. So, I don't know. I don't know if it broke in transport. I kind of find that hard to believe that he would break. It's not like he was, but I mean, I don't know. I drove with him in an RV. He was put away, but maybe the jostling was just too much and it broke, I guess. I mean, that's possible. So maybe that's on me. But I didn't realize that's how fragile I guess it was gonna be. But otherwise, I mean, it's neat. The articulation's really good. Everything snaps in. It's got a nice like click to his arm. He's got a couple different sets of hands, and they're like different sizes. So there's the two sets used to hold these, and then I'll see if I can grab one here. Yeah, and then there's these guys, which are fists, and they look a good chunk smaller. But since there's not much else we can do, I'm gonna transform them. But yeah, it's unfortunate because it is very nice quality. Like I said, it's all die cast. Except for some parts here, like the arms are plastic, but these legs are all die cast. This whole torso is die cast. This is plastic here. It's got pretty decent articulation. Nothing too crazy. You're not gonna get him in any too wild poses. The legs don't really pivot. They rotate a little bit. The arms is kind of where you're getting all your articulation. It can go all the way around and up, down. Your wrists can also slightly articulate and twist. Alright, well, I'm going to transform them anyways. I figured while I'm putting stuff together, I'd also show you guys, which is kind of neat about this base. It's got a little spider web. But what's cool is if you pull this, I'll see if I can get it open with my gloves on. The spare arms actually store inside here. And then additionally, let's see, how does this one work? Yes, this slots out and the die-cast car sits in there, which is cool. But here is there. Oh, there's the Spider 7. It's pretty sweet. The only real downside is that there's nothing in here. So it's kind of weird. The scale is kind of weird for this, because I'm not quite sure kind of how this is designed to be, how they want you to display this. Oh, you know what? I'm stupid. It goes with the Spider-Man. It's just weird because this isn't in scale with the Marveler, so it's kind of interesting. Speaking of Spider-Man, let's take a look at the little guy. There he is. He's got some nice little detail on him. He's got his little web shooter and or morpher. They got the little spider logo on the back. Kind of hard to see. Let's see if I can zoom in on him. He's got the kind of angular. Hey, me one last time here. I just wanted to note that here in the video, you can see way more detail than I actually physically could myself looking at it. So there's a lot of, as you can see, there's a lot of detail here that you can't even really make out with your like naked eye. At least I can't. So if you don't have 20/20 vision, a lot of this stuff, like you can't even necessarily see. It kind of just looks like blobs. Eyes. He's got seemingly the right spider too. Yeah, he's neat. Oh, if I could get him to focus up. There he is. That's pretty freaking cool, man. Alright, moving on. Side note, I was looking at the instructions trying to build this guy, and I figured out there's actually two sets of arms. One that kind of folds into itself to create this, and then the little hands actually go to this version, because if you hit this button here, if you hit this button, it shoots out. So that's what those actually go to, is this other set of arms, which is more robust, but doesn't have the same articulation. So that's interesting. And here it is, all transformed. It's actually super simple. Not difficult at all. And I think I discovered that I should be able to... He looks a little off-centered, but... I think I learned too that I should be able to glue the head, because it just folds back into here, essentially through friction from the looks of it. Because it's like spring-loaded, from what I could tell. So I should be able to just glue it back into place. I think. So that's the hope. I should be able to just super glue it back into place. So we'll find out. If not, I'll just have to pick if I want it displayed like this or transformed. But yeah, it's pretty neat. I also finished the stand here. Oh. Let me just tilt you down. I finished putting together the stand. You can see the car kind of just sits. And then here's this. And he should just sit like that. And then the idea is, I guess, you can't really see. Yeah, there's these two indents that are almost. Nope. Well, you get it. He's supposed to sit there. And then I'm assuming, if I can get him out of here, the tiny car must have a spot. Though I'm not too sure where the tiny car goes. I wonder if it goes inside him. So that's that. I'm gonna take a look now at the Spidey Morpher. Alright, and the last thing we got to look at is the whole reason I actually bought it. The web shooter. Or like I've been calling it, the Spidey Morpher. Yeah, it looks super cool. It's just plastic. It's got a Velcro wrist strap. Looks like you can open the batteries through here. Oh, no, that's to turn it on and off, but there's no batteries, so I'll have to run and grab some batteries quick. Should be some in the next room. And then there is a page back here, basically just talking about the batteries. So let me grab those and then we'll check her out. I figured it out. The cargo's in the back of the head. How about that? There you are, see? Just slots in the back of the head. Alright, we got the batteries in. I noticed something really cool. When you flip this switch to turn it on, which is cool. Whoa. That's cool. What does this do? Oh, so that turns it off. That's cool. No. Oh, okay. So you have to... Oh. Wow, there's a bunch of fun stuff. So you can turn it off for when you close it. And what is this? Okay, so that just plays it. Oh, there we go. Wow. That's so cool. Well, there's only one thing left to do. Gotta try it on now.
Alright, here it is, guys. Fits good. It's nice and tight. It's actually maybe a little too tight. But something just feels a little off. 1 minute. Spider protector. That's better. And this is it. It's the completed suit. Oh. I loosened it a little bit when I changed into this one. But yeah, really just brings the whole outfit together. This thing's super cool. It plays two different themes. It plays the main theme and then it plays the transformation theme. And then as we saw before, it does light up and it makes the transformation sound. It's a little weird. I would have preferred if the transformation sound was linked to these two buttons like it appears to be in the show. Instead it's here and you kind of don't really know when it's going to activate. You can turn the song on wherever you want, which is kind of cool. And then you have to physically turn it off, which is super neat though. So now if I close it, if I open it, it should play the sound. And then it'll lead into the transformation theme, which is cool. And then you can just close it. I do worry about opening and closing it a lot. The hinge seems a little, like it could be a little weak. So that may be something to consider. Don't be flinging it open. I flinged it open way too much already, I think. But you can just stop the song by hitting this button too, so you don't ever really need to open it. But yeah, that's it, guys. We'll jump back over and we'll do some closing thoughts. And that's it, everybody. As you can see, I got the little Spidey standing. He's not quite where he should be, but it's enough to make it, you know, look good. Overall, it's really cool. I mean, the coolest thing is the web shooter, obviously. This is kind of the piece de la resistance. It's the whole reason I bought it, so that I could finish out this cosplay right. Yeah, the overall display is really neat because everything everything aside from the web shooter all packs together really nice, which is cool. That being said, unfortunately, my guy did arrive with a broken head, and this little latch piece is already kind of fallen down. But it's cool. I mean, other than that, it is like 90% of it is die cast, so it is sturdy. It's neat that you get the little, I'm just gonna call it the Spider-Mobile, the little Spider-Mobile. It's cool that you get a really small one, though it's the scaling's kind of weird, so I don't know, you know, kind of like when would you ever really display that in conjunction? Although I guess Spider-Man here is a little too big for the Marveler anyways. But it is neat. It's cool that it all kind of fits together in the base. This, though, you are gonna have to find a way to display yourself. But yeah, that's that, guys. It's neat. It's cool to finally unbox the thing, and it was fun, you know, kind of putting things together. But I mean, this is why you buy it. This is honestly so freaking cool. I love it so much. The lights, it's so cool. This is really what you're paying for, to be honest. In my opinion, this is super neat. This is really cool. But they've released this a ton of times. This they've only released, I believe, one other time. And of course, it was designed for kids, so it's probably not going to fit, you know, an adult wrist. Versus this, which was designed with collectors in mind. So, yeah, guys, that's that. Thanks for coming and hanging out. That's weird. We're not doing a live. Yeah, so that's it, guys. Thanks for checking out this video. I hope you found it, you know, interesting or at least kind of entertaining. Yeah, I'm gonna go get changed out of this guy and get this put away safe. See you guys in the next one.